Good morning, students. Now let's begin the explanation of lesson 1, part 4. And today the topics which I am going to explain in today's class, that is weeding, then harvesting, after that threshing is there, after that winnowing and animal husbandry. So students, these are the various topics or the agricultural practices which the farmer has to perform while cultivating the crops. So now let us begin first with the what are weeds. Before I will explain you about the weeding, it is important for you to understand what are weeds. So weeds are the unwanted plants which grow along with the crop plants, and these plants, they are very harmful or disadvantageous for the farmers because they lead to the reduction in the yield of the crop, and do not also they do the competition with the crop plants for four things. First is the sunlight. These weeds, they do the competition with the cultivated crop plants for the sunlight, then for the space, then essential nutrients, as well as the water. So these are the four things with which these weeds or the unwanted plants, they do competition with the cultivated crop plants, and as a result of which, what happens when the plants do not get all these things in properly, then what will happen? It will lead to reduction in the yield of the crop because the plants will not be able to grow normally and they will develop some problems in them. Now I will come on to the main topic of weeding. So what is weeding? Weeding is the process of removing these unwanted plants which are called as weeds from the cultivated crop field. So weeding is what? It is the process of removing the unwanted plants or the weeds which grow in between the cultivated crops. This is what is called as weeding. Now students, I will tell you about some of the methods by means of which we can control the or remove the weeds during the process of weeding. So there are two methods. First is the manual method. In this method of weeding, what is done? The farmer catches the whole plant and uproots it from the soil. This is the manual method. Then mechanical method is there. In the mechanical method of weeding, what is done? That is, certain agricultural tools are used, like the trowel or khurpi is used for removing or uprooting these weed plants from the cultivated crop plants. Beside this, one more thing is there, that is, certain chemicals are used. Certain chemicals are also used for controlling or killing these weeds. And these chemicals which are used for killing or controlling the growth of these weeds, they are, that is called as the weedicides. So what are weedicides? Weedicides are certain chemicals which are used for controlling the growth of these weeds or killing them. One very common chemical which is used as weedicide, that is 2,4-D. Now question arises, students, what is the need of removing these weeds and at which stage of their growth they should be removed? So these weed plants, they should be removed before their vegetative phase, that is, before they start flowering and producing the seeds. This is very important. If these weed plants, they are not removed during before their vegetative phase, that is the flowering and the seed formation stage, then what will happen? These weed plants, they will grow very fast and they will produce very large number of seeds. And these seeds of the weeds, they are so small that they mix very easily with the grains of the cultivated crops, and then it will become very difficult task to control the growth of the weeds. Now, next agricultural practice which the farmer performs, that is called as the harvesting. So, what is harvesting? It is the process or the practice of cutting down the mature crop plants. So, what is harvesting? Harvesting is the practice of cutting down the mature crop plants. So, when the crops mature, they produce the fruits, then the upper portion of the plant, cultivated plant, is cut. That is, the portion of the plant which is above the soil, that is cut. Now, what are the various methods by means of which we can do the harvesting or cutting down of the mature crops? That is by using the agricultural implement like sickle, and we can also use one machine for the purpose of harvesting, that is called as the harvester. Next to this, we come on to the next agricultural practice which the farmer has to perform after he has cut the mature crop plants by the method by the process of harvesting, that is called as the threshing. And in this threshing process, what he does, the farmer separates the grains from the cut crop plants. So whatever mature plants, they are cut during the harvesting method. Now in the next agricultural practice which is called as the threshing, the farmer in this process, he separates the grains from the cut crop plants. Okay. Now for this threshing purpose, what is there? One method is there, that is the manual method, in which the bundles of the cut crop plants are made and then they are beaten on some hard surface, and as a result of that the grains are separated. But beside this, one machine is also used for separating the grains from the cultivated crops. That is what is called as the thresher. But beside this, there is one machine which can be used for performing these two agricultural practices, that is for the purpose of harvesting as well as for the purpose of threshing. And the name of that machine which is used for doing both these processes, harvesting and threshing, that is called as the combine harvester. It is called as combine harvester. Now we come on to the next agricultural practice. After the farmer has cut the mature crop, then he has separated the grains from the cut crop plants. Now third practice is of winnowing. So in the winnowing, what is done? So winnowing is the process of removing the chaff. And what is chaff or husk? It is a scaly, inedible covering which is present on the grains. So what is winnowing? Winnowing is the process of separating the chaff or husk, which is an scaly, inedible covering present on the grains, with the help of what? With the help of wind. This is what, with the help of the wind, he is separating it. So this is what is called as the winnowing. Now after this, students, I will tell you little bit about the one more agricultural practice, that is after the farmer has done all these agricultural practices, what is required? That is the storage of the grain is also very important. That is, you all know, that is the grains, newly fresh grains, they contain large amount of water in it, and if we store them along with that water content, then what will happen? They will be damaged by the growth of the fungus and various other attacks of the microorganisms. Besides this, they will be also destroyed by the pest and other small animals or insects. So before storing, doing the storage of the grains, what the farmer has to do? He should first dry the seeds or the grains very nicely so that the moisture is removed from the seeds, which can promote the growth of the fungus, which can spoil the grains at the time of the storage. Besides this, before storage, the farmers used to mix the neem leaves. Dry neem leaves are also mixed before storing the grains. What is the purpose of mixing these dry neem leaves in the grains before storage? That is, these neem leaves, they are having insecticidal property. That is, they are having the ability of killing the insects which can cause harm to the grains when it is stored. The farmers, small farmers, they used to store the grains in the gunny bags or jute bags, whereas on large scale the grains are stored in two types of containers which are called as the silos and the granaries. So this is also very important thing, that is how the farmers will do the storage of the grains. After this, we come on to the last topic of this class, that is the animal husbandry. So what is animal husbandry? Animal husbandry is the practice in which is the practice of raising and breeding the domestic or farm animals for obtaining the food and for various other purposes. So, if anybody asks you how you will define animal husbandry, then what you will tell? Animal husbandry is the practice of raising and breeding the domestic or farm animals for the purpose of obtaining the food and for other purposes. Like these animals which are raised or breeded in this animal husbandry practice, they are used for obtaining the, for example, some of the milch animals, they are bred and raised during this animal husbandry practice, and from them what we are getting? We are getting the milk, like cow, sheep, goat, buffaloes, these type of animals, they are providing us milk, and this milk is used for making various types of milk products like cheese, butter, ghee, vanaspati ghee, curd, etc. Besides this, we also get, there are some animals from which we get the egg, meat, as well as leather also. So for these purposes also, these animals, domestic and farm animals, are raised and bred during the animal husbandry practice. In our country, the livestock such as cow, buffaloes, oxen and goat, they are bred and raised for obtaining the food from them, as well as they are also used for the purpose of transportation, transporting the things, shifting the things from one place to another, as well as for the purpose of agriculture. So with this, students, we come to an end of today's class, and your homework for today is that you will learn about the harvesting, threshing and winnowing, as well as about the process of storage of food grains. Thank you and have a nice day.